Good evening and welcome to day 2 of the 2022 New England Swimming 11 to 14 Age Group Championships at WPI Pool, brought to you in part by A3 Performance. We would like to thank A3 Performance, a proud partner of WPI in swimming and diving and sponsor of the New England Swimming Championships. Emerging as the industry leader in racing and training technology, A3 Performance is the fastest growing brand of competitive swimwear in the United States. Visit a3performance.com to learn more about Vici, the most advanced racing suit in the water. A3 Performance. Lead, innovate, and inspire. So, inspiring performances last night. It's been an interesting start to the 11 to 14 age groups. We started off last night with the 1,000 and the 800 free relay. Of course, as luck would have it, we had an impending snowstorm here in New England that canceled the prelims this morning. So tonight's session will be swam as a timed finals tonight. I have a heat sheet that's about as thick as a telephone book. So it's going to be a very, very long session, or a very detailed session. What I'd like to, alongside Tracy Gagnon working the cameras and all the video tonight, I am Jeremy Abreu. Many of you have heard me on Gators broadcasts. We've also done the senior championships at Brown back in December, and last weekend, the 10 and under championships at the University of Rhode Island. So we're here this weekend for the 11 to 14 Age Group Championships. We'll be back next weekend, Friday through Sunday, for the 15 to 18 Age Group Championships. So a really busy time of year with championship swimming. As all of you know, not only are the end of season club championships happening, but last week at Roger Williams University for the state of Rhode Island was the divisional championships. The week prior to that, at Milford High School, was the MIAA sectionals. Tomorrow at Boston University will be the MIAA state championships, Division 1 and Division 2. And then the following weekend, when we're up here for the 15 to 18s at WPI, at Brown University, Rhode Island will be hosting their high school state championship. So a lot of championship swimming going on. I wanted to give you some results from last night. Last night was the girls 11 to 14,000 free. Really had some amazing performances. In the 11 and 12-year-old session, I'll give you the top 5. Margot Levesque took first from Bluefish. She's followed by Ailette Nishikawa-Gaitham, also from Bluefish. Leah Walden from Bluefish took third. So Bluefish was a top 4 sweep, with Erin Kelly coming in the 4th spot. And rounding out the top 5, it was Sadie Gagnon from Gators. So that was the 11 and 12s. On the 13 and 14 side, first place was Hazel Muhedin from Crimson. Quinn White from Crimson took second. Megan Kelly from Bluefish took third. Vivian Molson from Crimson took fourth. And Amelia Barron from Phoenix took fifth. We'll move into the boys on the 11 and 12 side. And this one was a runaway. So Jonathan Fioli-Haughey from Anglerfish Aquatics took first place by almost 30 seconds. So Fioli-Haughey took first. His teammate Leo Tran took second. Kian Grabar from Crimson third. Alex Barone from the Bluefins took fourth. And Brian Zhang from Metro West YMCA took the 5th spot. Moving on to the 13 and 14s. It was a parent-brother sweep at the top, Alex and Zach, with Alex taking the top place with a time of 9:24.52. His brother Zach, 9:29.87. Third place was Brandon Ando from Bluefish. So Bluefish once again going 1, 2, and 3. David Savasnikov from Charles River Aquatics took 4th. Chris Zhang takes 5th. If we take a look at the girls, 13 to 14, 800 free relay, top 3. Crimson Aquatics A took the top place. Bluefish A took second. Gators A took third. And if you look at the boys, 13 to 14, 800 free relay, it was Bluefish taking first, Crimson A taking second, and Gator A taking third. So let me check out the live chat here. We got Ryan's Lego review, Jennifer Lawson, Daisy Tian. Daisy, you're asking for the time. 5:15. And look at that. Kristen Williamson is all over it. Andrea Falagera. Andrea, you know, I saw you in the hotel lobby today. You were talking to someone. I was downstairs doing some work. I tried to get your attention. Didn't work out, but we'll have to catch up one of these times. And let's see, Ryan's Lego review. He's rooting for a lot of people. Henry, Kale, Tyler, Jada, Jojo, Aiden, and Coach Andy. So that's from the Amherst Tritons. So it should be an exciting, fun night of swimming here at WPI. So timed finals tonight, back to prelims and finals tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be going back to, you know, the typical setup that we have for these meets. Warm-ups are just about winding down now. I believe at 4:50 they were supposed to start with awards, or maybe it's 5 o'clock. So I would anticipate awards happening. We got a camera down there to catch those for you. And then we'll be off and running. MS Freebird in the house, Stephanie Bonin, Jeff Richards from Gators. Friday heat sheets, question mark, Miss Freebird. I don't know if that's a, I don't know. Heat sheets, I think they're on Meet Mobile. I don't know. I don't have anything to do with the virtual heat sheets. But once we do get going, you will have everything on the screen in front of you. I'm going to take those graphics away because those are from last night yet. Our session tonight isn't loaded. Looks like they're having or testing out the starting system and the scoreboard. So our first event, once we do get going tonight, event number 5, girls 13-14, 200-yard medley relay. There'll be 2 heats. Swimmers are clearing the pool. They're now doing a final check on the touch pads to make sure everything is ready to go. 135 people already on the stream before we've even started. So listen, folks, our top audience was at regionals. We had a session with 13 and 14 with 252 people, I believe, which is a lot of people on the live stream. So we'll see if we can eclipse that for tonight's session. Should be a good one. I know at the local hotel here where I'm staying and a lot of the swimmers are staying, I think there was just a lot of energy today, not knowing what to do. Basically snowed in at a hotel. Did not, for those of you who were on last night, I did not get to try Antonio's, and I did not try Rocco's Donuts, but we did try peppercorn. Peppercorn or peppercorns. It's in Worcester. I think it's on Shrewsbury Street, and it was great. We had a great lunch there, so if you're in the area looking for like a nice casual place to grab some pretty good food, peppercorns on Shrewsbury Street. Timers are making their way into the building, so appreciate all of the timers. Shauna Doobie, yep, Meet Mobile heat sheet's not up yet. Yeah, so again, folks, I apologize for heat sheets, but I don't have anything to do with that or the New England Swimming website. So I do anticipate that they will have that up at some point. Scoreboard was off in here for a little bit. They just got that going back on. So we may be a couple tiny minutes late. And here we go. There's our first heat loaded on the screen. That makes me feel much better when I see that. Always get nervous with technology. Always get a little bit nervous. So you see your lane assignments to start off. I think they're going to do awards in a minute. So we'll hold for that. Also an interesting thing, too, thinking about being at a hotel in a snowstorm, right? I know probably all of us in New England should have the proper apparatus to remove the snow from a car, you know, like a scraper and a brush. Saw a lot of people out in the parking lot today without one, using the old arm method, the arm sweep method, the hand. So surprisingly, I did have one of those doodads with the ice scrapers and such. It's kind of unlike me. That's right, Stephanie. Who needs heat sheets when you have me? Carrie Zafran. Oh, Carrie, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're going to have a good session today, folks. Going to have a lot of fun, as always. For those of you who missed it last night, you know, we had a lot of time to fill with the 1,000 and the 800 free. So we had some engaging conversations. We were talking about food places, pizza, best pizza. What else were we talking about? There were a lot of crazy things last night. First time ever I've seen during the 1,000. So the counters have their numbers on like a broomstick-like pole, and they're, you know, pushing it down in the water for the swimmer to see on every lane, every lap, so they know where they are. And the numbers on one of the poles just fell right into the pool last night. So this poor kid had no idea as to what was going on for a couple laps. We had a premature bell ring last night during the 1,000. I think it was Jonathan Fioli-Haughey. So kudos to Jonathan knowing where he stood. But his bell ringer rang the bell a 50 early. So fortunately, he knew where he was. He kept going. And fortunately, it wasn't a really close race. So a lot of crazy things happened last night. Let's hope there's nothing quote-unquote crazy tonight. Should be a fun one. Swimmers are making their way to the blocks. Darren is in the house shouting out his granddaughter, McKenna Lawson, swimming for the Rays this weekend. So good luck to McKenna. Officials are ready. Parent timers are ready. I think all these swimmers are ready. Again, thank you to all the volunteers. I do see Mike Lunardelli down there from Gators. It looks like in lane 7. Timing. Andre Ferguson from Bluefish is also here. I see Andre. Not a lot of familiar faces, which is surprising to me. But nevertheless, Michelle Parsons, good luck, Phoenix. So, folks, we should have a good night. We have a new camera set up for tonight as opposed to last night. Let's hope it works. I was having a little bit of technical issues, but we have, we have the start end. We actually have the turn end, and then we have a really wide shot, which captures like most of the pool. So for those races that get to where one swimmer is kind of way out in front, or even we're going to give you some perspective during some of the races, kind of even if we go to it, for just a short period of time. So Tracy Gagnon is in charge of that, folks. If there's any problems, I'll give you her phone number at the end of the session. You can give her a call, shoot her a text, tell her, complain about that. I'm just kidding. Tracy will do a fantastic job. She is one of the veterans helping me out, having done this numerous times before. Trying to continue to fill some time here, folks, while we wait to get started. I thought they were doing awards to start. Lucy Johnson, CRA, Jenny Eady in the house, Rebecca Stevens, go Storm, Carrie Safran, go Kingfish. Tomorrow night for finals, we will be joined by Ree Jeffrey. So she's the head coach and owner of Atlantis Aquatics. Interesting story about Rhee is she was a gold medalist on the 2004 United States Olympic team. She was part of the, I believe, 4x200 relay team. Swam collegiately at the University of Southern California, so big-time D1 swimmer. Also still, I think, holds some national age group records. So a very accomplished swimmer. She's the owner of Atlantis Aquatics up in New Hampshire. So she's going to join me in a Rowdy Gaines, Elizabeth Beisel type of role as the color commentator tomorrow night. So tune in tomorrow night finals. We tried to get her for a few more sessions, but unfortunately the weather and, you know, all the craziness impacted that a little bit. Oh, camera 2 went out again. I'm going to have to go turn that on. I'll be right back, folks.
And the 800 free relay as well. Placing third in event 1, the girls 11-12 1,000-yard freestyle, Leah Walden from Bluefish. Starting from 10th. In 10th last night from solo, Amelia Gallant. In 9th from BYB, Emma Santoro. In 8th from South Shore, Sam Noble. In 7th from Crimson, Nora Simmons. In 6th, also from Crimson, Eliana Laham. In 5th, Sadie Gagnon from Crimson. From Gators, correction. In 4th, from Bluefish, Erin Kelly. In 3rd, from Bluefish, Leah Walden. In 2nd, from Bluefish, Ira Nishikawa Gaitam. And your winner in the 1,000 last night in time of 10:26.73, Margot Levesque.
So there are your winners in the 1,000 free on the girls' side. We were piped into the public address system. I think we're going to have the boys' side
Moving
now.
on to the boys, 11-12. Or girl. In 10th, boys 11-12 from AA Moises Roman. In 9th, from Edge Swimming, Aiden Boyle. In 8th from Phoenix, Eric Chang. In 7th from YNS, Porter Mulgrew. In 6th from Executive, Dylan Belair. In 5th from Metro West, Brian Zhang. In 4th from Burbank, Alex Barone. In 2nd, Leo Tran. And placing 1st in time of 10:15:20, Jonathan Fiol-Hai. Congratulations, gentlemen. In the girls, 13-14 1,000-yard freestyle. In 10th, Nora Abdella from Crimson. In 9th from Burbank, Amelia Deutsch. In 8th from Crimson, Emma Kawai. In 7th from Bluefish, Jacqueline Zippigan. In 6th from Crimson, Jane Wheeler. In 5th from Phoenix, Amelia Barron. In 4th from Crimson, Vivian Moulson. In 3rd from Bluefish, Megan Kelly. Your runner-up from Crimson, Quinn White. And your girls 13-14 champ in a time of 10:08:60 from Crimson, Hazel Mudine. In the boys 13-14 1,000-yard freestyle, in 10th from Gator, Keith Hartman. In 9th, from Amherst, Cale Copeland. In 8th, from Bluefish, Eric Nee. In 7th, from Bluefish, Evan Hong. In 6th, from Executive, Eddie Barnes. In 5th, from Bluefish, Chris Zhang. In 4th, from Charles River, David Sapozinskov. In 3rd, from Bluefish, Braden Ando. In 2nd, from Bluefish, Zach Parent. And your boys 13-14 1,000-yard freestyle winner at the time of 9:24:52 from Bluefish, Alex Parent. Congratulations, gentlemen. Event 3, the girls 13-14 800-yard freestyle relay, placing 3rd, Gator Swim Club. Lydia Kraft, Vivian Weinart, Carmen Bunt, and Aya Hassani. Placing 2nd, the team from Bluefish, Zuri Ferguson, Jacqueline Zippigan, Megan Kelly, and Alexa Kochenki. And your champions from Crimson, a time of 7:35:67, the team of Hazel Mudine, Vivian Molson, Jane Wheeler, and Quinn White. Congratulations, ladies. In event 4, the boys 13-14 800-yard freestyle relay. In third, the team from Gator, George Groves, Jack Eady, Moritz Geihart, and Keith Hartman. In second, the team from Crimson, Daniel Landu, Jonah Nathanson, Lucas Nelson, and Holden Brown. And your top time, winning in the time of 7:15:16 from Bluefish, Zach Parent, Braden Ando, Eric Nee, and Alex Parent. Congratulations, gentlemen. Swimmers, coaches, timers, officials, anyone here and those watching, we ask that you please rise as we recognize a moment of silence. Last month, New England Swimming and Greenwood Swimming lost a dear friend and coach, Don Lemieux. At the time of his death, Don was the owner and head coach of Greenwood Swimming, located in Worcester and Gardner for over 40 years. He played an instrumental role in shaping young men and women into becoming successful swimmers, including 16 Olympic trial qualifiers and 1 Olympic medalist. His coaching career was not only defined at Greenwood Swimming, but also at Gardner High School, where he previously served as the girls' swim coach, leading them to 16 straight state championships at his time there. In honor of Coach Don Lemieux's memory, we ask that you please join us in recognizing a moment of silence. Thank you. We please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. We begin tonight's session with event 5, the girls 13-14 200-yard medley relay. There will be 2 heats.
All right, so we're ready to go here, folks. This is the 13-14 200 medley relay. YMCA of the North Shore in lane 4, Charles River Aquatics B in 5, Bluefish A in lane 6. I don't have names on the swimmers for you. I do see Ferguson in lane 6 for Bluefish. We're off and running on tonight's timed final session. This is day 2 of the 2022 New England Swimming 11-14 Age Group Championships, brought to you by A3 Performance. It's Bluefish out to the early lead, and look at the underwaters by Ferguson. So the Olympic trial swimmer will hand it off to the second leg of Bluefish in the water, and Bluefish has already built up a 4.5-second lead over Charles River. YMCA of the North Shore running third. I mentioned earlier we have a lot of events here tonight. We'll finish up with the boys 11-12 400 IM. Scheduled for that last heat to start at 8:03. Bluefish putting their third leg swimmer in the water first. We're just going to go with cameras 1 and 3 right now, so we get you both ends of the pool. Having a little power issues with the other camera for some unknown reason. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go take a look at it for 1 second. So I'm going to step away from the mic, but Bluefish has this one under control. I'll stick here for a second. Bluefish will take it out of lane 6. 151.31 the time for Bluefish. YMCA of the North Shore will take second. Charles River Aquatics takes third. We'll move on to heat number 2. Lane 10 will be open here, so 9 lanes of swimmers. There are the lane assignments. So we're off and running on heat number 2. I'll be right back as I check this camera. Crimson A leading the way, followed by Gators A, lanes 5 and 6. Looks as though Crimson is going to take this one. 147.45 for Crimson. Gator A takes second, 149.92. Charles River. I thought I saw a putty cat. That was a weird R I said there. Said it like a W. Charles River Aquatics takes third. All right, so we have some, there we go. This is event number 6. So for those of you who are not familiar with the live stream or have not watched one of our productions in the past, all of the information you could ever want, it will be on the screen for you. We get a direct feed from the timing system. So if a swimmer's hand touches the pad and it's a soft touch and we don't have the stats or the finish place or whatever, that's because the scoreboard doesn't have it, right? So that's why we have backup timers here on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. We have the event, the heat, the timing, and it even breaks down what event this is. Every time they come in for a 50, it will tell you where they are. So especially in the longer races, 50 yards, 100 yards, 150. On the top left-hand corner, like you see right now, it will show you the top team or the top person, and then all of the other swimmers and how far behind they are. So all of the information will always be on the screen for you. Gator A leading the way right now, followed by Crimson A and Crimson B. So final swimmers are in the water. Crimson A leading the way, followed by Bluefish A and Gator A. Real tight battle for third place, really for second and third and fourth place. Here comes Bluefish in lane 3, so it will be Crimson who takes it. It's a tie for second between Bluefish A and B. 144.04. Fourth place was Crimson B, and Gator A takes fifth. So a tie right off the bat. Pretty rare. Didn't see any ties last night. Our first tie here, and of course it's Bluefish tying A, ties B. 144.04. So we will move on. To event number 7, this is the girls 11 and 12 100-yard breaststroke. So it looks like the age group record for New England was set back in 1998 by Melinda Hochard, 107.90. So almost 300 people on the live stream. This is a record for our live stream session. So we thank everyone who has taken the time to join us here tonight for these trials finals. Let's see if we can break that 300 mark. 294 right now. Haley Musamara from Solo in lane 4. Rafaela Andretta from Charles River in lane 5. Amelia Byrne from WTST in 6, and Lucy Tyrell from United Swim Club in lane 7, and it is Lucy Tyrell leading the way at the halfway mark. She's a second ahead of Byrne. Musamara, though, only a second and a half off the pace. Anybody's race. Still, as you can see, the swimmers pretty tightly bunched down at the final turn and making their turn for final 25. It's Andretta and Tyrell at the flags and into the wall. Who's going to touch first? And it's Andretta. Tyrell takes second. Byrne third. Musamara fourth. So Rafaela Andretta, your Heat 1 winner of the girls 11 and 12 100 breast. There are your lane assignments for Heat number 2. Madeline Rowe in lane 1, Serena Liu in lane 2, Zichin Zhang in 3, Amara Rice in 4, Izzy Gilbert in 5, Sam Noble in 6, Anna Safran in 7, Charlie Perkins in 8, Tamsin Burden in 9, and Sherry Yee in lane 10. Top time coming in belongs to Izzy Gilbert from the Storm, 1:17.42. Looks like it's Amara Rice leading the way right now in lane 4. She's out in a 35.24. Noble in second, Gilbert in third. So really, when you take a look at it, our top 5 swimmers here, only a little over a second behind each other. So it will be Rice who takes it. Noble second, so out-touching Noble. Good race there. Third place goes to Zhang, but Sam Noble just getting out-touched by Amara Rice, who's your Heat 2 winner. We'll move on to Heat number 3. There are your lane assignments. Haley Bellardo in 1, Nico Wienert in 2, Sofia Oliveira in 3, Alex Noble in 4, Margot Levesque in 5, Sarah Zhang in 6, McKenna Dawson in 7, Rosie Pan in 8, Emma Santoro in 9, and Helen Liu in lane 10. It's Margot Levesque continuing to lead the way, pulling away from the field right now. And it will be Levesque who takes it. 107.66. Zhang takes second. Oliveira takes third. So I don't think they're going to do awards for this tonight. They'll do awards tomorrow at the beginning of the session like they did tonight. This is event number 8. So we have lanes 1 and 10 open in our opening heat of the men's 11-12 100-yard breaststroke. So it's Kelton and Eng leading the way. You may see some conflicting data. Those touchpads have been a little finicky so far this weekend. But that is in lane 3, Malcolm Kelton from the Bluefins. James Cook also from the Bluefins. So they're battling it out here at the flags. Going into the wall. Who's going to touch first? Stroke for stroke, and it's Cook out touching Kelton. Ing takes third, Dupre fourth. So good opening race there to start off our event number 8, men's 100 breast. We'll move into heat number 2. Leo Torres in 1, Jacob Blondie in 2, Chris Cotnes in 3, Logan Krolnick in 4, Noah Wilson in 5, Ben Rainey in 6, Max Schertman in 7, Colin Cashman in 8, Rock Falagara in lane 9, and Zach Gow in lane number 10. Pretty evenly bunched group of swimmers here out early. Anyone's race. Looks like it's 3. Chris Cotnes from Bluefish leading the way. It was. Schertman second, a Blondie third. So top 7 swimmers just over a second apart. Keep an eye on lane 3 and 7. They're your leaders. Cotnes from Bluefish, Sturman, in lane 7. Now it looks like it's Sturman who is pulled ahead from Crimson. So Max Sturman came in with a 1:19.06. It's going to be Sturman who takes it. 1:13.45 from Max. Cotton is second. Wilson takes third. We'll move into heat number 3. It's our final heat of the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. Top time coming in belongs to Avery Cover from Orca Aquatics, 107.65 for Cover. So he's 2 seconds faster than your next top qualifier, which is Henry Bueno from the Tritons at 109.58. So keep an eye on Cover, middle of your pool in lane 5. And he is already out to the lead, slightly ahead of Bueno, about a half a body length at the 50. 0.3 of a second ahead. They are both significantly out ahead of the field by about 2.25, 2.5 seconds. So it will be between Cover and Bueno for first and second. And it looks like it's Avery Cover at the flags. He'll cruise to victory. Heat number 3, Cover goes a 105.24. Bueno a 108.11. Third place goes to Schneider in lane 4. That's Jacob Schneider from Phoenix. So Avery Cover, your Heat 3 winner. We'll move on to Heat 4, folks. Is it still snow? Actually, we'll move on to event 9. It's the girls' 13 and 14 breaststroke. Is it still snowing out? I'll tell you, this weather was crazy. Had the snow overnight, had the lull kind of in the middle of the day. Then as we were coming in here around 3 o'clock, snow picked up again. Lanes 1 and 10 are open. Top time coming into this opening heat belongs to Cara Hill from the Wayland Community Pool, 112.84. Sarah Rapucci from Crimson, 112.98, so right behind her. So they're in lanes 5 and 6. It is Abigail Jackman, though, right now. Or, excuse me, Cara Hill. Abdullah second, Rapucci third, Jackman fourth. So second and a half off the pace. Our top 4 swimmers starting to get a little crowded at the top at the 75-yard mark. 3 swimmers almost simultaneously touching here for our final 25. It looks like it's Rapucci from Crimson in lane 6. And it will be Rapucci who takes it. Abdullah second. Hill takes third. So nice race by Sarah Rapucci. She is your Heat 1 winner. We'll move on to Heat number 2. Lydia Kraft in lane 1, Carly Atwood in 2, Sophia Krutiv in 3, Evan Otero in 4, Sophie Weingarten in 5, Megan Kelly in 6, Jane Wheeler in 7, Audrey Bonin in 8, Emma Richards in 9, and JoJo Sabalowski in lane 10. Top time coming in here belongs to Weingarten from Crimson, 110.30. She's in lane number 5 in the middle of your pool. Weingarten leading the way with Bonin right behind her, 0.6 behind. Kelly 0.8. Atwood a little over a second. So keep an eye on Audrey Bonin up there in lane 8 from Rhode Island Aquatic Club. She was second at the halfway mark, giving Weingarten a challenge there. Lane 7, Jane Wheeler from Crimson, also neck and neck with Bonin. Tight race at the flags and into the wall, so Weingarten takes first. Wheeler out-touches Bonin, who takes third. Weingarten, Wheeler, and Bonin, your top 3. 316 people on the broadcast, folks. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here from WPI. Once again, this is the 2022 New England Swimming 11 to 14 Age Group Championships, brought to you in part by A3 Performance. This is heat number 3. Top time coming in here, looks like it's Quinn White in lane 5 from Crimson, 106.60. But very tightly bunched here, so White is near the front, or at the front. Isabella Teixeira right behind her. So Carrie Frey from Charles River Aquatics in a battle here with White, with Teixeira, with Carmen Bunt. So gonna come down to the last stretch here. Who touches first? And it's Frey in lane 3, followed by White. Teixeira takes third. So Carrie Frey goes a 105.69. Congratulations to Carrie. We'll move into event number 10. This is the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. Lanes 1, 2, 8, 9, and 10 will be open. Ethan Zhang in lane 1, Ethan Halpern in lane 2, Matthew Joe in lane 3, Jack Chiappetta in lane... Let me start that over, folks. First blunder of the evening. Ethan Zhang in 3, Ethan Halpern in 4, Matthew Joe in 5, Jack Chiappetta in 6, Daniel Wang in lane 7. Top time coming in belongs to Matthew Joe from Crimson, 107.80. And it is Joe who's out in front early. He's out in a 30.51, followed by Chiappetta and Halpern. We saw Halpern last night battle it out in the 1,000. I believe he lost his goggles and his cap during the race. Oh, no, he didn't. That was Will Ertman from Executive. Ethan Halpern was not on the heat sheet, so we didn't know who he was, and he ended up winning his heat of the 1,000. So right now it looks like Jack Chiappetta and Halpern battling along with Matthew Joe. Who's going to touch first? Joe takes it, Chiappetta second, Halpern third. For those keeping score at home, that's the first mistake by Tracy Gagnon on the video switching. Not that anybody's counting, of course. Folks, I'm just kidding. Some good-natured ribbing. It's all good. As Tracy is laughing to my side here. Heat number 2 underway. Ben Haddock in 1, Holden Brown in 2, Devin Bird in 3, Leon Kocharovsky in 4, Ivan Cheong in 5, Shane McDonald in 6, Yua Ingo in 7, Owen Rosenthal in 8, Ethan Young in 9, and Hugh Hawkins in lane 10. Let's see where we stand at the halfway mark, and it's Shane McDonald leading the way, followed by Holden Brown and Haddock. Hugh Hawkins in 4th. Less than a second off the pace. So again, tight matchup here, and it looks like that was lane 2 touching first at the 75-yard mark. Holden Brown. So at the bottom of your screen there, Holden Brown, he does have the lead. He's starting to accelerate into the flags, and at the wall it will be Holden Brown. So he had a soft touch on the wall there, folks. So that's where the data gets a little screwy, but it was Holden Brown who took it in lane number 2. We'll move on to heat number 3. It's our final heat. Kang in 1, Cam in 2, Gomes in 3, Hoover in 4, Groves in 5, Savaznikov in 6, Sukhanov in 7, Lamb in 8, Jaden Yang in 9, and Ethan Ackerman Valella in lane 10. Top time coming in belongs to George Groves from the Gators, 100.75. He's in the middle of the pool, and he's battling David Savaznikov from Charles River Aquatics right now. Looks like Groves will touch first at the halfway mark, 28.30. Savaznikov goes out in a 28.35. Ryan Gomes running third, 29.93. So good race here between Groves and Sapoznikov. Good pull out there by Sapoznikov. They are stroke for stroke. So Groves in lane 5, Sapoznikov in lane 6. They're at the flags. Too close to call here. Who's going to outtouch who? And it is Sapoznikov taking it 59.86 to 59.94 for Groves. Hoover takes third. Outstanding pull out there by Sapoznikov at the 75-yard mark. He was about 3/10 behind Groves, closed the gap, and went on to victory here. So we'll move on to event number 11. This is the girls 11-12 200-yard freestyle. All right, we can take a breath now. A little bit of a slower pace here. The record for this one was set in 2016 by Natalie Mannion from Commonwealth, 152.10. Charlie Perkins in lane 3, Natalie Parent in 4, Izzy Gilbert in 5, Juliette McGordy in 6, Zoe Sorella Sacheta in lane 7, and Michelle Azarian in lane 8. It's Juliette McGordy from the Bluefins out to the early lead. She was out in a 28.77, followed by Ciriello Sacheta and Azarian. Top time coming in belongs to Izzy Gilbert, 2:12.23. Try and catch up on the live chat right now. We got a lot of people, 327. I appreciate all of the kind words. Abnego Mamaset, I know, they should. ESPN's calling. Just kidding, just kidding. This session ends tonight, Darlene. If we're on schedule, it should end right around like 8:10, 8:15. The last race is set to kick off at 8:03. Typically, we run a little ahead of those times. So if you're picking your child up here at WPI and they're staying till the end, I would say probably 8:10, 8:15, somewhere in that vicinity, maybe 8 o'clock to be on the safe side. McGordy continues to lead the way, followed by Azarian and Parent in third. So McGordy has led this thing from the beginning. Great swim by Juliette there. 2:08.36. Came in with a 2:13.90. Azarian takes second, Parent third. So we're off and running on event number 11. We're going to move to heat number 2. We'll have a full pool of swimmers, all 10 lanes occupied for heat number 2. There are your lane assignments. Folks, I will say this ahead of time. I apologize in advance if I make a mistake on your name. I always try my best. And if I really have a tough time with your name and I don't want to butcher it, I'm probably just going to identify your swimmer by the first letter of their last name. So Nora Williamson in lane 1 here, Rafaela Andretta in 2, Grace Lunardelli in 3, Audrey H. in lane 4, Genesis Nunez in 5, Erin Kelly in 6, Anna Zafran in 7, Amelia Gallen in 8, Amara Rice in 9, and Maya Pereira in 10. And it is Maya Pereira out to the early lead. Outside Smoke in lane 10, out in a 28.20. Williamson out in a 28.71. So lanes 10 and lanes 1 are outside bookend lanes, where our top 2 at the 50-yard mark. We'll continue to see how this one transpires. It is Audrey Hardroswito, Pereira, and Nunez, your top 3 swimmers. So I said I was just going to use Audrey's first letter of her last name, but I gave it a shot. Hardroswito. I hope that's correct. And it is Audrey at the 150-yard mark, leading the way. Rice 8/10 behind, Lunar Deli 9/10 behind. So top three swimmers are less than a second apart. So anybody's race here. Keep an eye on Lunar Deli, the 12-year-old from Gators in lane 3. She came in with a 2:10.54. She's got a good little motor on her. Here she goes, making a move here in lane 3. It is Lunar Deli. I don't know if she's going to be able to catch Hargeswedo. It's going to be close at the wall. Even Rice in 9, and it is Hargeswedo takes first, Rice second. Lunar Deli takes third, so great race there. Audrey H. from Phoenix, your Heat 2 winner. We'll move into our third and final heat. Nora Simmons in lane 1, Eliana Lamb in 2, Ali DeGray in 3, Evie Gao in 4, Ailette Nishikawa Gaitham in 5, Margot Levesque in 6, Sophia Oliveira in 7, Sadie Gagnon in lane 8, Amy Q in 9, Julia Lembo in lane 10. Top time coming in belongs to Ailette Nishikawa Gaitham from Bluefish, 2:01.39, with her teammate Margot Levesque right behind her, 2:01.53. So let's see where these two stand at the beginning. It's Q leading the way, followed by Levesque and Nishikawa Gaitham. Gagnon in 4th, Oliveira 5th, Gao 6th. So our top 6 swimmers, 9/10 of a second apart at the 50. So anybody's race very early on here. Not a lot of strategy for the 200 free. It's basically a sprint. That's what it has become. Looks like it's lane 9. Amy Q continuing to lead the way. Levesque second, Nishikawa Gaitham third. Gagnon's holding in 4th, 6/10 behind. Levesque went out in a 27.2, followed that up with a 30.13. Q went out in a 27.60, followed it up with a 30.17. Looks as though it's Margot Levesque who has now moved into the lead. Nishikawa Gaitham 6/10 behind, Q 8/10. Gagnon running in 4th, a little over a second at the 150-yard mark. Barring an unforeseen circumstance, it looks like it's going to be Levesque, and it will be Levesque at the flags and at the wall. She'll take first. Nishikawa Gaitham takes second, and Gagnon moves up and takes third. Oliveira drops down to 4th. So nice racing, some good time drops across the board there. We'll move into event number 12. This is the boys 11 and 12 200-yard freestyle. There is your lane assignments. Top time coming in belongs to Aiden Chapman from Executive, 2:12.27. I think I asked if it was still snowing. Let me check the... All right, folks, I'm always giving you all the information. Now you need to give me information. For those in Worcester, we still seeing some snow up here? It's crazy. Aiden Chapman out to the early lead, followed by Camden Palmer and Hunter Andrews. So I believe Hunter's dad, Damien, is officiating here tonight. Hunter's mom, Gwen Maver, joined me on the broadcast back at regionals from the Rhode Island Aquatic Club. Aiden Chapman continues to lead the way at the halfway mark. 1:00.03, so great time there for Chapman. Palmer second, Andrews third. Andrews 2 3/4 seconds off the pace. Looks as though Chapman is settled into a groove here from Executive. He came in with a 2:12.27. At the 150-yard mark, it is Chapman continuing to lead the way. Palmer remains in second. Andrews remains in third. That gap got a little bigger between first and third. Andrews getting some competition now for that third place spot from Noah Wilson from YNS in lane 4. Here's a good race here, folks. Closing up, Chapman and Palmer. Here comes Palmer in lane 6 at the flags, at the wall. Who's going to touch? And it was Chapman, 3/100ths of a second out touching Palmer. Wilson takes third. Gifford takes fourth. Andrews fifth. So outstanding opening heat there for the 200 free on the boys' side. We'll move into heat number 2. Top time coming into heat number 2 belongs to Henry Michael from the Current, 2:10.74, actually tied with Eli Weiser from Ryak. So lanes 5 and 6, Michael and Weiser, your top times coming in. It looks right now like it's Chris Zhu from Greenwood Swimming in lane 3 out to the early lead. He's out in a 28.16. Drago Moretsky in second, Michael third. Our top 6 swimmers 9/10 apart, so very tight, very early. We'll typically see some separation starting around the 100-yard mark, maybe even the 150. But it's Chris Zhu from Greenwood Swimming who's really putting some distance now between him and Kelton, who has now moved up into second. Drago Moretsky has dropped down to third. Malcolm Kelton running in second from the Bluefins. No more snow, I'm told. Okay, that's a good thing, as Chris Zhu does not care about the snow or anything else here in lane 3 at the 150-yard mark. He's plowing away. It's Sturman, who has moved up into second. Drago Moretsky now has moved back up into third. Kelton in fourth right now. Our top 3 swimmers a little over 3.5 seconds apart, but I don't think anyone's going to catch Chris Zhu here. Great performance here in heat number 2 out of lane 3. The 12-year-old from Greenwood Swimming came in with a 2:11.30. He will eclipse that time very easily. Nice swim, Mr. Zhu, 2:03.44. Sturman takes second, Kelton third. Chris Zhu, your heat 2 winner, will move right along into heat number 3. Top time coming in belongs to Eric Chang from Phoenix, 2:05.24 for Chang. He's in lane 5. Aiden Boyle out to the quick start, as is Henry Bueno, as is Eric Chang. So let's see who gets to the wall first. Boyno's out in a 27.4. Boyle second, Chang third, Guerra fourth. So top 4 swimmers a half a second apart after the 50. Very early here. Again, not a lot of strategy around this 200 freestyle. It's basically a 200-yard sprint at this point. Looks like Bueno continues to lead the way with Chang right behind him. Let's see at the wall. It was Boyle, Chang, and then Bueno. Guerra running in fourth right now at the halfway mark. $325 of you have decided to join us on this snowy night from WPI in Worcester. We appreciate you taking the time. Once again, this is the 2022 New England Swimming 11 to 14 Age Group Championships, brought to you in part by A3 Performance. Check them out at a3performance.com. Aiden Boyle comfortably ahead, and it will be Boyle who takes it. 2:00.72 for Boyle. Chang takes second, and Bueno takes third. So Aiden Boyle, your Heat 3 winner. We'll move right along to Heat number 4. Alex Barone in lane 1, William Wu in 2, Brendan Titley in 3, Avery Cover in 4, Jonathan Fioli-Haughey in 5, Kian Grabar in lane 6, Leo Tran in 7, Dylan Belair in 8, Derek Liu in 9, and Joey Eady in lane 10. It's Avery Cover once again ahead of the field, followed by Fioli-Haughey and Grabar. Shout out to Randy Wilson. I saw Randy officiating here tonight. Jason Eady also officiating, trying to give as many of the officials that I know a shout out. We mentioned Damian Andrews earlier. Avery Cover continues to lead the way, followed by Jonathan Fioli-Haughey. So it's really Cover and Fioli-Haughey and everyone else at this point. Cover, the very talented 12-year-old from Orca Aquatics, came in with a 1:57.89. It was actually Fioli-Haughey with the top time coming in, 1:54.38. So we'll see how this final 50 transpires, but it is Avery Cover leading the way. So Cover will take first. Fioli-Haughey will take second in this one. Tracy Peng leading the way, followed by Charlotte Friedman. Isabel Bouzaid running in third from Crimson. Once again, this is event 13, heat number 1, women's 13-14 200-yard freestyle. Tracy Peng has a pretty commanding lead, almost 2 body lengths. Swimming out of lane number 6. Went out in a 27.5. Followed that up with a 30.9. 33.21 now for her 131.72. She's 3 seconds ahead of Friedman. 3 1/4 ahead of Bouzaid in lane 3. Continue to have some interesting camera issues, folks, with that middle camera. I think we may be like an overheating type of issue. A little warm in this pool, obviously, as you watch Tracy Peng take first 205.66. Bouzaid scoots up in a second. Friedman drops down to third. So bear with us if you see that camera go black here and then. We'll definitely get it corrected. We're on heat number 2 right now. Top time coming in belongs to Molly Jordan from Solo, 205.16. It's funny, technology is great when it works. When it doesn't work, I get severe blood pressure and anxiety. Sophie Weingarten just behind Cindy Ben. Kukris running in third right now. That's Sophia Kukris from Charles River. Cindy Ben continuing to lead the way. She went out in a 26.9, followed that up with a 29.8. Weingarten in second. Sophia Kukras in third. Still fairly close. Tight bunched group of swimmers from lanes 1 all the way down through lane number 10. Ben continues to lead the way, 128.67. Weingarten second. Curley has moved up to third. That's Bryn Curley from Solo Aquatics. Kukris moves down to fourth. That last 50 was Cindy Ben's first over 30. Went out in a 26.9, followed it up with a 29.8, 31.9. Cindy Ben will take it sub 2 minutes, 159.84. She finishes up with a 31.17. Weingarten second, Curley third. Was Alina Echo from UVAC sneaking up and taking fourth. We'll move into heat number 3. Jojo Sabolowski in 1, Isla Amuin in 2, Sophia Krutiv in 3, Nina Mazariu in 4, Sarah Rapucci in 5, Audrey Cook in 6, Caden McKibben in 7, Addison Fulling in 8, Alyssa Bennett in 9, and friend of the program, Madison Stearns from Ryak in lane number 10. Sabolowski, McKibben, Krutev, your top 3. Sabolowski was out in a 26.8. She's in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen, leading the way. Just getting chased here. Pretty good by McKibben. 1/10 of a second behind. Fulling is now moved up into third, so Crimson occupying second and third place right now. I will have also, so we talked about tomorrow night's finals. We'll have Reed Jeffrey from Atlantis Aquatics joining us. On Sunday night, we will have, it appears, we'll have my daughter, Addison Abreu, joining us for a little color commentary. Nice daughter coming up here on Sunday to help me with the final session and help Dad pack up. That's really, really helpful, especially at a pool like this with equipment all over the place. Kaden McKibben has catapulted herself into the lead through that final 50, and it will be McKibben takes it 200-2-1. Her teammate Addison Fulling takes second. Sabaluski takes third from the Tritons in lane 1. So nice race there by Kaden McKibben. We'll move into heat number 4. Carrie Frey in lane 1, Ali Jocks in lane 2, Kelly Uribe in 3, Amelia Deutsch in lane 4, Emma Kawai in 5, Aya Hassani in lane 6, Lydia Kraft in 7, Katrin Dupre in lane 8, Abigail Choi in 9, and Vivian Wienert in lane 10. Top time coming in belongs to Emma Kawai, 157.65. Hassani leading the way after the 50. She's out in a 26.5. Emma Kawai second. Kelly Uribe third. Hassani in 6. Kawai in 5. Uribe in lane 3. They're your top 3 swimmers right now. It remains Hassani. At the 100 split of 55-17, Kawai 56-26. Uribe 56-52. Aya Hassani continues to lead the way. She's coming into that 150-yard mark. Two-second lead on Kawai, almost 3 seconds on Uribe. Dupre running 4th right now. Hassani came in with the time of 157.99. One of 6 swimmers in this heat to come in sub 2 minutes. Good time drop there for Hassani, 154.93. That's good for first. Emma Kawai takes second. Kelly Uribe takes third. We'll move into our 5th and final heat. Abby Lazorazak in lane 1, Lucy Chivers in 2, Vivian Molson in 3, Jacqueline Zapagan in 4, Quinn White in 5, Isabella Teixeira in lane 6, Hazel Muhiden in lane 7, Zuri Ferguson in 8, Megan Kelly in 9, and Jane Wheeler in lane 10. Top time coming in belongs to Quinn White from Crimson, 152.34. One of only 2 swimmers sub 153. The other, Isabella Teixeira from United Swim Club. White is in lane 5. Teixeira is in lane 6. That's Hazel Muhiden in lane 7. Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen as well. That's Abby Lazorasak from the Sailfish. She was running in 2nd at the 50. She's dropped down to 3rd. It's Quinn White, Teixeira, and Lazorazak. White is 54.07 at the 100. Very tightly bunched up there, lanes 5, 6, and 7. White, Teixeira, and Muhiden. Looks like it may be Muhiden, and it is. So the two crimson swimmers at the top, Muhiden in white, Teixeira running third, Molson a little over a second in fourth right now. Hazel Muhiden on the heels of a 28.4 that last 50, putting herself into first with 25 to go and starting to build on that a little bit here. Here comes Teixeira, but it will be Muhiden who takes it. Teixeira takes second, White takes third. Nice race all the way around, ladies. But it is Hazel Muhiden, your Heat 5 and final heat winner of the girls' 200-yard freestyle. We'll move into event 14. It's the boys' 13 and 14 200-yard freestyle. So we're going to let camera 2 get a little bit of a cool down here. We're going to just run with 2 cameras right now, cameras 1 and cameras 3. You're not going to miss any of the action. Lanes 1 and 10 are open right now. Alex Abdalin in lane 2, Russell Cutler in 3, Gerhard Hoover in 4, Cale Copeland in 5, Chris Zhang in 6, Jonah Nathanson in 7, Alex Dale in lane 8, and Shane McDonald in lane 9. It's Nathanson, Zhang, and Copeland, your top 3 right now. Tightly bunched up lanes 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hoover, Copeland, Zhang, and Nathanson at the halfway mark. It's Zhang leading the way, followed by Copeland and Nathanson. Hoover running 4th. Zen continues to lead the way. He's extended it to a second over Nathanson. Copeland in 3rd. Zhang the top split there, that 150-yard mark, 28.74 for Zhang. Starting to pull away slightly over Nathanson right now. Here comes Copeland in 5 as well, but it will be Chris Zhang taking our opening heat of the men's 200 free. Nathanson takes 2nd, Copeland takes 3rd. We'll move into heat number 2. David Hunt, thank you for the pronunciation for Hazel Muhiden. So I'm sorry for the mistake there. Always trying to get these pronunciations right, doesn't always work. Lane number 1, Jack Eady, Nathan Manzione in lane 2, Daniel Landau in 3, Ivan Cheung in 4, Eddie Barnes in 5, Holden Brown in lane 6, Evan Hong in 7, Wesley Ross in lane 8, Jordan Kitch in 9, and Moritz Gerhard in lane 10, and Holden Brown leads the way, followed by Hong and Barnes. So take a look at 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tightly bunched group of swimmers. Hong leads the way now. Brown has dropped into 2nd with Barnes in 3rd. So for those of you who are seeing the graphics for the first time, pretty interesting story behind the graphics. It's a company called Streamline Aquatics. And the software was written by Dr. Dave Lacey, who is a cancer doctor out in Des Moines, Iowa, who is also a swim parent like all of us. He's also a coder in his spare time. So he wrote the software for this. All of these graphics that you see, these have actually been picked up by all of the big networks. This graphics package that you're seeing was used in the 2020 Olympics. So Hong takes first, Holden Brown takes second, Barnes takes third. If you watched any of the NCAA conference championships last weekend, this graphics package was also used by ESPN for the ACC, the SEC, the Mountain West, and a few other conference championships. So pretty cool addition to the live stream. As we move into heat number 3. Number 2. Arbery Hallage in lane 1. Lucas Nelson in 2. Eric Nee in 3. Zach Parent in 4. Alex Parent in 5. David Sapoznikov in 6. Azariah Mamaset in lane 7. Anderson McEnany in 8. Reese Martinez in 9. And Keith Hartman in 10. And it is Alex Parent leading the way, followed by McEnany and Mamaset. Alex Parent was out in a scorching 24-1. At the halfway mark, he's a 51, followed by his brother Zach. McEnany has moved up into second. Sapoznikov has moved or dropped down to fourth. So the Parent twins once again rocking and rolling in lanes 4 and 5. It is Alex Parent, followed by Zach and David Sapoznikov in third right now. Sapoznikov challenging Zach Parent for second. Be a tight 25 here at the end. So Alex Parent takes first. It was Sapoznikov who sneaks up into second, out touching Zach Parent, who takes third. We'll move into event 15. This is the girls 11 and 12 100-yard butterfly. All right, we are doing awards here.
Chopra, Frey, Kukris, and Mazarua. Gentlemen, please clear the pool. Finishing second, team from Gator, Hassani, Bunt, Richards, and Kraft. Again, we are beginning awards with event 5, girls 13-14 200-yard medley relay, and proceeding through event 14. Placing third, team from Charles River. Placing second, team from Gator, Hassani, Bunt, Richards, and Kraft. And your winners in a time of 1:47.45, From Crimson, Rapucci, White, Mudine, and Mulson. Again, finishing third, the targeting from Charles River. Second, Gator, and in first, Crimson, Rapucci, White, Mudine, and Mulson. In event 6, in a tie for second, Bluefish A, Alex Parent, Eric Nee, Braden Ando, Zach Parent. Tying them, Bluefish B, Jack Chiappetta, Chris Zhang, Ben Latourelle, and Evan Hong. And the winners, the boys 13-14 200-yard medley relay from Crimson, Jonah Nathanson, George Lamb, Holden Brown, and Lucas Nelson. Congratulations, gentlemen. The awards for event 7, girls 11-12 100-yard breaststroke. Finishing 10th from Upper Valley Aquatic Club, Haley Bellardo. Finishing 9th from South Shore YMCA, Sam Noble. Finishing 8th from Rockingham Area YMCA, Imara Rice. Finishing 7th from Gator Swim Club, Neko Weinert. Finishing 6th from Rockingham Area YMCA Swimming, Youth Swimming, McKenna Lawson. Finishing 5th from Crimson, Rosie Pan. Finishing 4th from South Shore YMCA, Alex Noble. Finishing 3rd from Charles River, Sofia Oliveira. Finishing 2nd from Gator Swim Club, Sarah Zhang. The girls 11-12 100-yard breaststroke winner time of 107.66 from Bluefish, Margot Levesque. Congratulations, ladies. The awards for event 8, boys 11-12 100-yard breaststroke. In 10th from Greenfin Aquatics, Brian Zhu. Finishing in 9th from Charles River Aquatics, Chase Whitman. Finishing in 8th from Gator Swim Club, Ben Cox. Finishing in 7th from Executive, Caden Chang. Finishing 6th from North Shore, Cesar Sosa Martinez. Finishing 5th from Crimson, Max Schertzman. Finishing 4th from Anglerfish, Leo Tran. Finishing 3rd from Phoenix, Jacob Schneider. Your runner-up from Amherst Tritons, Henry Bueno. And your boys 11-1200 yard breaststroke champion, a time of 105.24 from Orca Aquatics, Avery Cover. Congratulations, gentlemen. The awards for Event 9, girls 13-1400 yard breaststroke. In 10th from Boston YMCA Bluefins, Audrey Cook. In 9th from Crimson, Sophie Weingarten. In 8th from Upper Valley Aquatic Club, Sophia Yee. In 7th from Executive, Addie Ebel. Lane 6 from YMCA of Greater Nashua Storm, Josie Stevens. In 5th from Phoenix, Amelia Barron. In 4th from Gator Swim Club, Carmen Bunt. In 3rd from United, Isabella Teixeira. Finishing 2nd from Crimson, Quinn White. And your girls 13-1400 yard breaststroke champion, a time of 105.69 from Charles River Aquatics, Kerry Frey. Congratulations, ladies. I have the awards for Event 10, boys 13-1400 yard breaststroke. In 10th, from Kingfish, Shane MacDonald. In 9th, from Charles River, Arun Kang. In 8th, from Crimson, Brady Cam. In 7th, from Green Mountain Aquatics, Ben Haddock. In 6th, from Cape Cod Swim Club, Andre Sukhanov. Placing 5th from Crimson, Holden Brown. Finishing 4th, also from Crimson, George Lamb. Finishing third from the current, Gerhard Hoover. Finishing second from Gator, George Groves. And your boys 13-1400 breaststroke champ with a time of 59.86 from Charles River, David Sapozinskov. Congratulations, gentlemen. The awards for event 11, girls 11-12 200-yard freestyle. In 10th from Rockingham area youth swimming, Imara Rice. In 9th from Phoenix, Audrey Hardjosuito. Finishing 8th from Crimson, Nora Simmons. Finishing 7th from Crimson, Eliana Laham. Finishing 6th from Charles River, Evie Gao. Finishing 5th from Bluefish, Amy Chi. Fifth, Amy Chi. Finishing 4th from Charles River, Sofia Oliveira. Finishing 3rd from Gator, Sadie Gagnon. Your runner-up from Bluefish, Eilert Nishikawa Geitham. And your girls 11-12 200-yard freestyle champion from Bluefish, a time of 1:59.34, Margot Levesque. Congratulations, ladies. Awards for event 12, boys 11-12 200-yard freestyle. In 10th from Anglerfish, Leo Tran. In 9th from Phoenix, Eric Chang. In 8th from Greenwood, Chris Zhu. In 7th from Executive, Dylan Belair. In 6th from Edge, Aiden Boyle. In 5th from the Boston YMCA Bluefins, Alex Barone. In 4th from Crimson, Kian Grabar. In 3rd from Tritons, Brendan Titley. In 3rd from Anglerfish, Jonathan Fiol-Hai. And your boys 11-12 200-yard freestyle champ, a time of 1:51.46 from Orca, Avery Cover. Congratulations, gentlemen. Event 13, girls 13-14 200-yard freestyle. In 10th from Crimson, Jane Wheeler. In 9th from Crimson, Emma Kawai. In 8th from Bluefish, Zuri Ferguson. 10th Wheeler, 9th Kawhi, 8th Ferguson. Finishing in 7th from Sailfish, Abby Lazaroska. Finishing 6th from Gator, Aya Hassani. Finishing 5th from Crimson, Vivian Moulson. Finishing 4th from Bluefish, Jacqueline Zippigan. In 3rd from Crimson, Quinn White. Your runner-up from United, Isabella Teixeira. And your girls 13-14 200-yard freestyle champ at a time of 1:51.09, Hazel Muhideen. Congratulations, ladies. The results for event 14, boys 13-14 200-yard freestyle. In 10th from Inner City Marina YMCA, Azariah Mamuzet. Finishing 9th from Executive, Eddie Barnes. Finishing 8th from Crimson, Lucas Nelson. Finishing 7th from Crimson, Holden Brown. Finishing 6th from Bluefish, Evan Hong. Finishing 5th from Phoenix, Arbry Halaji. Finishing 4th from Edge, Anderson McEnany. Finishing 3rd from Bluefish, Zach Parent. Finishing 2nd from Charles River, David Sapozinskov. And your boys 13-14 200-yard freestyle champion at a time of 1:43.85 from Bluefish, Alex Parent. Congratulations, gentlemen. We are going to resume with event 15, girls 11, 12, 100-yard butterfly. Timers, please make sure you're back behind the blocks.
All right, so awards are over. We are back in action with event 15. He won women's 11 and 12 100-yard fly. Nice little break there for the vocals. Lane 10 will be open. Madeline Rowe in lane 1, Juliette McGordy in 2, McKenna Lawson in 3, Annabelle Hoover in 4, Sophia Oliveira in 5, Andrea Key in lane 6, Grace Lunardelli in 7, Haley Musamara in 8, and Giselle Ingo in lane 9. This is the 100-yard butterfly. Top time coming in comes from Sophia Oliveira from Charles River Aquatics, 107.18. She's out in a 29.94, leading the way, followed by Grace Lunardelli and McKenna Lawson. So keep an eye on Lunardelli here in lane 7. It is Oliveira first to touch at the 75-yard mark. Here comes McKenna Lawson in lane 3 from the Rays. But it will be Sophia Oliveira taking our opening heat out of lane 5, 104.22. Lawson takes second, Lunardelli takes third. We are actually moving through the program a lot quicker than I thought as we move into our second and final heat of the girls 100 butterfly here. Serenity Coleman in lane 1, Leah Walden in 2, Julia Lembo in 3, Genesis Nunez in 4, Evie Gao in 5, Ailette Nishikawa Gaitham in lane 6, Ali DeGray in 7, Sarah Zhang in 8, Amy Key in 9, and Rosie Pan in lane number 10. Top time coming in belongs to the 11-year-old from Charles River. That's Evie Gao, 101.76. She's in lane number 5. But it is Ali DeGray out in a 28.48, leading the way, followed by Zhang and Lembo. Those are your top 3. Top 6 swimmers, 7/10 apart right now, so anybody's race going into the 75. Too close to call. Looks like it's DeGray in lane 7 from the Bluefins. And it is DeGray who takes it. Nishikawa Gaitham second. Sarah Zhang from Gators takes third. We'll move into event number 16. The boys 11 and 12, 100-yard butterfly. 3 swimmers in our opening heat in heat lanes 4, 5, and 6. There will be 5 heats of boys 100 fly. The New England record was set in 2017 by another friend of the program here, Landon Him. I had the pleasure of working with Landon's dad, Lee, for many years. Landon went a 55.40 on January 29th, 2017. Landon is off to swim at, I believe, Dartmouth later this year. So we actually only have 2 swimmers. Jack Bowles in lane 5, Harvey Homolkala in lane 6, and it is Homolka leading the way. He went out in a 33.52. So it's Homolka takes it, 112.78. Bowles takes a 114.49. We'll move into heat number 2. All 10 lanes occupied here. Carter Sittig in lane 1, Eli Weiser in 2, Hamza Mali in 3, Wheels, Hyven Aquilano in lane 4, Luke Richards in 5, Brian Zhu in 6, Ben Rainey in 7, Zach Gow in 8, and Rock Falagara in lane number 9. Lane 10 is open. Shout out to the Blett family. Driving home from Florida, big swim family tuning in to the broadcast. We certainly appreciate it. Brian Zhu leading the way, followed by Luke Richards. Zach Gow running third right now. So Zhu was out in a 30.36, Richards a 30.52. They're in lanes 6 and 5 respectively. And it is Zhu who will hit the 75-yard wall with the lead. Can Richards chase him down? Richards came in with the top time here, 110.64. Zhu kind of pulling away here. And it will be Zhu who takes it out of lane 6, 104.74. Richards takes second, Rainey third. We will move right along into heat number 3. Let's see how close we come to this record as we move along. Record's 55.40. We're going to have to wait till likely heat 5 to have a shot. Outside chance, too. This is heat number 3 in the water. Liam Hartman in lane 1. Leo Torres in 2. Roger Zhang in 3. Peter Zhu in 4. Zico El Abe in lane 5. Riley Wilson in 6. Abby Bengari in 7, Chris Cotton is in 8, Zach Pecora in 9, and Alex Yoon in lane 10. Zoo, Elabad, Bengari leading the way at the halfway mark. Who's touching first? It's Bengari and Zoo, followed by El Abd. Top time coming in does belong to El Abd in lane 5, 109.33. He's from Kingfish. But it looks as though Bengari continues to pull away in lane 7. And it will be Abby Bengari. 103.56. Peter Zhu takes second. Third place goes to Leo Torres, lane 2 at the bottom of your screen. We'll move into heat number 4 of 5. There are your lane assignments. Dennis Dragomoretsky in lane 1, Derek Feng in 2, Jacob Schneider in 3, Aiden Chapman in 4, Henry Michael in 5, Dylan Coyle in 6, Eric Henderson in 7, Dara Gamel in lane 8, Nathan Terriot in lane 9, and Hunter Andrews from Ryak in lane 10. Henry Michael has the top time coming in from the current, 105.46. He's in the middle of your screen, lane 5. He could be the leader at the halfway point. And he's not. It's actually Henderson leading the way, followed by Coyle and Schneider. Top 4 swimmers 7/10 apart. Nice race here between Henderson and Gamel, lanes 7 and 8, and it looks like it's Gamel who's going to take it, 104.32. Henderson takes second, Fang third, so Dara Gamel from Ryak, 104.32, your Heat 4 winner. We'll move on to our 5th and final heat. So we have 2 that could challenge this record. I don't know. Kian Grabar in lane 5 comes in with a 58.93. Avery Cover is, of course, on fire here tonight. He comes in with a 100. He will no doubt drop time on that. So again, this New England record, 55.40. It's a 5-year-old record set by Landon Him from Bluefish. Again, I mentioned Him is off to swim for Dartmouth later this year. So Cover's out in a 25.6, so he's looking pretty strong here. 55.40, the time to beat. It's going to need a sub 30 coming back to get this thing done. It's going to be extremely close. Here comes Cover. He's at the flags. He's at the wall, and he'll just miss out. 56.03. Landon Him can breathe a sigh of relief. Grabar takes second. Dupre takes third. So Avery Cover, your overall Heat 5 winner. We'll move into event 17. This is the girls' 13-14 100-yard butterfly. Four swimmers, lanes 4 through 7, as you see. Jaden Fioli-Haughey in lane 4. Carly Atwood in 5. Elizabeth Guevara in lane 6. And Bryn Curley in lane 7. Carly Atwood from YMCA of the North Shore. 102.96 the time for Atwood coming in. Elizabeth Guevara out to a great start here in lane number 6. She's out in a 28.10, followed by Atwood 28.6. Third place, Curley 29.6. So Elizabeth Guevara The 13-year-old from Gators came in with a 103.72. But here comes Atwood in lane 5. So Atwood in 5, Guevara in lane 6, and it's Atwood now who pulls ahead in the final 10 yards at the flags. Can Guevara catch it? Does she have enough in the tank? And no, it will be Atwood who takes it. 101.74, Guevara at second, 102.35, Curley third, 104.71. We'll move into heat number 2. Sophia Cruti in lane 1, Jane Wheeler in 2, Allie Jackson 3, Feigning Wong in 4, Josie Stevens in lane 5, Emma Richards in lane 6, Kelly Uribe in 7, Ksenia Bagdasarian in 8, Abby Lazorek in 9, and Charlotte Friedman rounding up our 10 swimmers in lane number 10. Top time coming in belongs to Josie Stevens from the Storm, 101.23, and it looks like it's going to be Cruti in lane 1. No, it's Bagdasarian in 8 leading the way, followed by Cruti in 1 and Richards. So those are your top 3. At the halfway mark, while we have a Richards in the pool, a shout out to the Richards family, giving the Abreu family a little transportation help tomorrow and Sunday. Appreciate that. And it is Bagdasarian who takes first. Cruti second. It is Richards. Emma Richards takes third, 100.92. We'll move on to heat number 3. It's our final heat for the girls 13-14 side. Lila Doherty in lane 1, Jacqueline Zephagan in lane 2, Abigail Choi in 3, Vivian Mulson in 4, Hazel Muhaideen in 5, Isabella Teixeira in 6, Zuri Ferguson in 7, Amelia Barron is in lane 8, Sophia Kukras in 9, and Madeline Gregory rounding out the field in lane number 10. It's Isabella Teixeira from United Swim Club leading the way, followed by Molson and Muhaideen. Tight swimming lanes 4, 5, and 6. Molson, Muhaideen, Teixeira. And it's going to be Teixeira who takes it 56-18. Muhaideen takes second. Molson takes third. So nice swim there by Isabella Teixeira. She takes it from United Swim Club. We'll move into event 18. The boys 13-14 100-yard butterfly. We'll have swimmers in lanes 4, 5, 6, and 7. Rex Lee in lane 4, Keenan Hill in 5, Caleb Lemke in 6, and Kevin Gia in lane 7. Top time coming in belongs to Keenan Hill from Seacoast, 101.73. Just like that, Hill out to the early lead at the halfway mark. 0.2 ahead of Lemke. A little over a second on Gia in lane 7. Hill came in about a little over a half a second ahead of the next closest swimmer, who was Caleb Lemke from Bluefish. Let's watch as things transpire here in the final 10 to 12 yards. Hill still leading the way, getting a good push by Lemke at the flags. Who's going to outtouch who at the wall? And it is Hill who takes it 1/100th of a second over Lemke. Gia takes third, but it is Keenan Hill from Seacoast, your Heat 1 winner by 1/100th. Nice, exciting swim there to open us up in this boys 13-14 100-yard butterfly. We'll move into Heat number 2. Alexander Hoffman in lane 1, Jack Eady in 2, Uedengo in 3, Will Athenas in 4, Leon Kocharovsky in 5, Peter Nelson in 6, Ethan Liu in 7, Aiden St. Hilaire in lane 8, Ethan Ackerman Villela in 9, and Ben Haddock in lane 10. And it's Kocharovsky, looks to be leading the way in lane 5 early on. He's out in a 26-8. He's followed by St. Hilaire and Nelson. Kocharovsky will be the leader heading into the final 25. Things getting a little tight, though, here in lane 6, 7, and 8. That's Nelson, Liu, and St. Hilaire. Can Kocharovsky hold on? It looks like he will, and he does. 58-37. St. Hilaire takes second, Nelson third. So Leon Kocharovsky, your Heat 2 winner. We'll move on to Heat number 3. Will Ertman in lane 1, Alex Dale in 2, Ivan Cheong in 3, Philip Wang in 4, George Groves in 5, Reese Martinez in lane 6, Devin Bird in lane 7, Matthew Smith in 8, Jack Chipetta in 9, and rounding out the field in lane 10, it's Wesley Ross, George Groves, top time coming in, 56.82 for Groves, and he's out to the early lead here. So take a look at Groves. He's out in a 25-2. Leading the way already by over a half a second over Martinez. Bird occupying third. George Groves, another talented multi-sport athlete, also excels on the soccer pitch. But tonight it's all about swimming, and it is George Groves. He'll be the winner of Heat number 3. Solid showing by Groves. He goes a 54.26. It's a 2.5 second time drop. Martinez takes second. Chipetta moves into third out of lane number 9. We'll move into Heat number 4. Aubrey Hallage in lane 1, Zach Parron in 2, Holden Brown in 3, Anderson McEnany in 4, David Safaznikov in 5, Braden Ando in 6, Azariah Mamaset in lane 7, Hugh Hawkins in lane 8, Ben La Terrell in 9, and Evan Hong in lane 10. Top time coming in belongs to David Safaznikov, who's had a fantastic evening thus far. 52.75 for Safaznikov. He is in second right now, though, trailing McEnany in lane 4. So take a look at this, folks. Our top 6 swimmers less than 0.7 of a second apart. Safaznikov looks like now he's taken a little bit of control in lane number 5. Here comes Ando. Here comes McEnany, but it is David Safaznikov who takes it, 52.87. McEnany takes second, Ando third. So good butterfly there on the boys' side for 13-14. We're going to move into event number 19. Oh, we're actually moving into awards, folks, so take you down to the public address announcer.
Gentlemen, please clear the pool. In 10th, from Webb's Tornadoes, Serenity Coleman. In 9th, from Charles River, Sofia Oliveira. In 8th from Bluefish, Leah Walden. Again, 10th, Serenity Coleman. 9th, Sophia Oliveira. And 8th, Leah Walden. Finishing 7th from Phoenix, Genesis Nunez. Again, these are the awards for event 15, girls 11, 12, 100-yard butterfly. 10th, Coleman. 9th, Oliveira. 8th, Walden. 7th, Nunez. And 6th from Boston YMCA Bluefins, Julia Lembo. Julia Lembo, lane 6. You can step up. Finishing 5th from Bluefish, Amy Chi. Finishing 4th from Charles River, Evie Gao. Finishing 3rd from Gator Swim Club, Sarah Zhang. Finishing 2nd from Bluefish, Islet Nishikawa Geitham. And your girls 11, 12, 100-yard butterfly winner in time of 1:01:17 from Boston YMCA Bluefins, Allie DeGray. Congratulations, ladies. Results for event 16, boys 11, 12, 100-yard butterfly. In 10th from Greenwood, Charlie Doobie. In 9th from Bluefins, Alex Barone. In 8th from Charles River, Derek Liu. In 7th from Metro West, Abby Bangari. In lane 6 from Edge, Aiden Boyle. In 5th from Seacoast, Tucker Raymond. In 4th from Metro West, Brian Zhang. Fourth, Brian Zhang, Metro West. 3rd from Green Mountain Aquatics, James Dupre. Your runner-up from Crimson, Kian Grabar. And your boys 11, 12, 100-yard butterfly winner time of 56:03, Avery Cover. Congratulations, gentlemen. Awards for event 17, girls 13, 14, 100-yard butterfly. In lane, placing 10th from Crimson, Ksenia Bagaharsanyan. In 9th from Charles River, Sophia Kurukras. Again, 10th from Crimson, Ksenia Bagaharsaryan. 9th, Charles River, Sophia Kukras. 8th from Phoenix, Madeline Gregory. In 7th from Greenwood, Abigail Choi. In 6th from Phoenix, Amelia Barron. In 5th from Pioneer Valley Aquatics Avengers, Lila Doherty. There we go. There's the first one. Placing 4th from Bluefish, Zuri Ferguson. Placing 3rd from Crimson, Vivian Moosen. Placing 2nd from Crimson, Hazel Boudin. And the girls 13-14 butterfly champion time of 56:18 from United Swim Club, Isabella Teixeira. Congratulations, ladies. Last award for tonight, event 18, boys 13-14 100-yard butterfly. In 10th from Upper Valley Aquatic Club, Hugh Hawkins. Again, 10th, Hugh Hawkins. 9th from Bluefish, Ben Latourelle. In a tie for 7th from Inner City Marine YMCA, Azariah Mamuset. In Crimson Aquatics, Holden Brown. Placing 6th from Phoenix, Arbri Halajaj. In 5th from Bluefish, Zach Parent. In 4th from Bluefish, Braden Ando. In 3rd from Gator, George Groves. Placing 2nd from Edge Swim Club, Anderson McEnany. And your boys 13-14 100-yard butterfly champion time of 52:87 from Charles River Aquatics, David Sapozinskov. Congratulations, gentlemen. Our next event is event 19, girls 11 to 12 50-yard backstroke. There will be 3 heats.
All right, folks, we're back. Awards are over. Event number 19, heat number 1. Where is my pen? I seem to... Oh, there we go. Thank you. Event 19, heat number 1, Amelia Byrne in lane 4, Helen Liu in 5, Giselle Ingo in lane 6. It would help if I turned your graphics on. There we go. I don't know what's going on up in lane 10 there. Must have been a little malfunction, but there's your lane assignments for our opening heat of the girls 50 back on the 11 and 12 side. Once again, alongside Tracy Gagnon tonight, I am Jeremy Abreu. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here at WPI for the 2022 New England Swimming 11 of 14 Age Group Championships. This is the timed final session today, day 2, with the prelims canceled this morning. Tonight is turned into a timed finals. Tomorrow we will be back to the regularly scheduled session, prelims AM, finals PM. That's Helen Liu from Charles River Aquatics. She'll take our opening heat, 32-48 for Liu. Ingo's second, Byrne takes third. I have to admit it was kind of nice today to not have to be anywhere bright and early. Get a little work done, socialize a bit. Back to reality tomorrow morning, though. We'll be here bright and early. Heat number 2 in the water. Top time coming in belongs to Ava Robitaille in lane 5 from Phoenix Swimming, 31:06 for Robitaille. But it looks like it's Maya Pereira from DHH. I believe that's the Dedham Health Hydra, taking it in a 30:04. Parent takes second. Zafran takes third. So Maya Pereira, your Heat 2 winner, and it was Dedham Health Hydra. See, I'm getting these abbreviations. Some of these teams I don't see very often. And it's actually very nice to see a nice variety of talented swimmers. His heat number 3. Avery Evanson in 1, Amara Rice in 2, Rafaela Andretta in 3, Amy Q in 4, Leah Walden in 5, Rosie Pan in 6, Emma Santora in 7, Evie Gowan 8, Erin Kelly in 9, and Nora Williamson in 10. It's Amy Q from Bluefish leading the way. Great underwater there. That's Leah Walden, who looks like she'll take second. So Q takes first, Walden second, Santoro third. We'll move into event number 20. This is the boys 11 and 12, 50-yard backstroke. I talked earlier tonight about being ahead of schedule usually. We're a little behind schedule right now. This was scheduled to start at 7:10. It's 7:22, so about 12 seconds. 12 minutes, not seconds. Jeez, if it was seconds, that wouldn't be a big deal. 12 minutes off the pace. Lanes 1, 2, 9, and 10 open. Aiden Gifford in 3. Zico El Abd in 4. Aiden Boyle in 5. Noah Wilson in 6. Hamza Mali in 7. And Roger Zhang in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Aiden Boyle and Noah Wilson. They both have the 32:72, lanes 5 and 6. But it is Aiden Boyle from the edge. I'll tell you, the edge may have the coolest graphic as well. They got this edge. Wilson takes second, Molly third. They got the words edge and this like shark going through the G. I love it. One of the best graphics I've seen. They get the. I just decided, you know what, folks? The Edge get the top graphic award. That's it. Hands down, it's Friday. I'm awarding it to the Edge, the coolest graphic. Heat 2 of 4. Heat 2 of 4. It's a really cool logo. the Edge Swim Club. It has the shark coming through, and it's a menacing shark, too. It's not like a, easygoing shark. It's like, I want to tear your leg off shark. Top time coming into Heat 2 belongs to Aiden Chapman from Executive, 32.07 for Chapman in lane 5. Looks like it's Henry Bueno from the Tritons, though, leading the way. Brendan Titley in lane 9 is up there as well. Let's see who out-touches who, and it's going to be Bueno who takes it, out-touching Titley. Isaac Tell takes third down in lane 2 from Uvok. We'll move into heat number 3. Anybody from the Edge in this heat? Nope, no Edge. Love that logo. Top time coming into Heat 3 belongs to Eric Chang from Phoenix. (31:34) for Chang. He's swimming out of lane number 5. Lane 9 is open. So lane 9 is open. And it looks like it is Chang. Again, these 50s, they go by quick. How you start, how you turn typically determines the winner, and it is Chang, 30-22. Luke Richards from Gators takes second out of lane 8. We'll move into our 4th and final heat. Dylan Coyle from Cape Cod in lane 1, Dara Gamel from Ryak in 2, James Cook from the Bluefins in 3, Logan Krolnick from Charles River in 4, Jonathan Fioli-Haughey from Anglerfish in 5, William Wu from Commonwealth in 6, Caden Chang from Executive in 7, Dylan Belair from Executive in 8, Derek Fang from Crimson in 9, and Chris Yu from Greenwood Swimming in lane 10. That's a mouthful, and Jonathan Fioli-Haughey is running away with it. He will take it in a time of 27:31. Dylan Belair takes second. Third place goes to Chris Yu in lane 10 at the top. But Jonathan Fioli-Haughey, your winner, will head into our final event or swim of the night. It's the 400 IM. We'll start off on the girls 13-14 side. Those are your lane assignments. We'll have a little time to breathe here in between. Top time coming in belongs to Hazel Muhaideen. 4:31:18 for Hazel. She's in lane 5. What's everyone doing tonight? So it was interesting last night. I akin last night to when you're in school and there's a really bad snowstorm coming and they actually cancel school the night before. So you go into that knowing, oh, I can stay up late tonight. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to get up in the morning. And that's what we all had last night. I know a lot of people hanging out in the hotel lobby, having a good time. Tonight, though, a little different. Back to work early tomorrow morning, so to speak. So it is Muhaideen leading the way at the 100-yard mark. Out in a 59:47, so she's the only one to go sub 1 minute, followed by Molson and Barron as they transition over to the backstroke. Beautiful facility here at WPI. This is a 13-lane pool with a movable bulkhead down on the far side. So for long course season, they just switch the orientation of the pool, and instead of going left to right, it goes vertically. for long course. Muhaidin continues to lead the way. Molson second. Barron in third. Muhaidin makes the transition over to breaststroke, followed by Vivian Molson and Amelia Barron. I'm telling you, that logo from the edge, top notch. In order for all of you to see the logos on the screen, what I have to do is go to each team's, Facebook page or Team Unify page and, clip their logo, save it as a file under the abbreviation for the club code, in a special folder I have on my computer. And I'll tell you, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is a really neat logo. So a lot of logo talk here. You can tell we're in the 400 IM. A lot of logo talk. This could go into food, potentially. You never know, folks, where this is going to go as Muhaidin takes it into the freestyle. Barring some unforeseen circumstances, she will be your opening heat winner of the girls 13-14 400 IM. The record was set back in 2007 in New England by Elizabeth Beisel, 4:17:30. The time for Beisel. She set it back on March 8th, 2007. So almost 15 years ago. And it just goes to show you how impressive that is as we watch Muhaidin absolutely killing it today in the field. She will not even be close to that record. She goes a 4:26.86. which is a 5-second time drop. So congratulations to Hazel. Vivian Molson, her Crimson teammate, takes second. Amelia Barron from Phoenix takes third. So Muhaidin, your Heat 1 winner of the girls 13-14 400 IM. Okay, so Stephanie Bonin's telling me this pool is just shy of 50 meters for racers. So what do I know, Stephanie? What do I know? Moving into heat number 2, Lucy Wagner in lane 1, Sarah Henderson in 2, Josie Stevens in 3, Hazel Jean Tracy in 4, Audrey Bonin in lane 5. What a coincidence. Lydia Kraft in 6, Noor Abdelel in 7, Carly Atwood in 8, and Marina Johnson in 9. So lane 2 is open, as is lane number 10. It is Audrey Bonin who comes in with the top time. The 13-year-old from Ryak comes in with a 4:48.48. Abdelel, though, leads the way after the first 50, followed by Bonin and Johnston. Carly Atwood has moved into the lead. Abdelel dropping down to second. Kraft has moved up into third. So they move into the backstroke. So, folks, tomorrow morning our broadcast begins at 8:40. So I believe we're starting right around 8:50 or 8:55 tomorrow morning. We'll come on the air right around 8:40, try and recap a little bit from last night, preview the day ahead. As Noor Abdelal has now moved in to first. Johnson has moved up into second. Kraft in third. Atwood has dropped down to fourth, halfway through the backstroke. We'd like to thank our sponsor here, A3 Performance, a proud partner of WPI Swimming and Diving and sponsor of the New England Swimming Championships. A3's innovative technology, quality, and value have helped them become a leader in the sport of swimming and the fastest growing brand of competitive swimwear in the U.S. Partnering with A3 Performance guarantees you the newest innovations and technology in swimming at the most competitive price. Call A3 Performance today or visit them online at a3performance.com to learn how your team can benefit from an A3 Performance partnership. A3 Performance, lead, innovate, inspire. And inspiring is what Noor Abdelal is doing right now, continuing to lead the way in lane 7 from Crimson. The halfway mark of the breaststroke. It's Abdelal, Johnson, and Kraft. So Kraft's in third, but she's not comfortably in third. Josie Stevens, Hazel Jean Tracy, they're challenging her. Same with Carly Atwood in lane 8. Looks as though Josie Stevens may have moved into third right now. Abdelal remains your leader by 3 seconds over Johnson. Lydia Kraft from Gators continues to hold on to third by the slimmest of margins by about 1/10 of a second. So, Darlene, you're asking about time trials. I don't. So, typically, we don't do time trials. We only do the main meet. Especially with the quick turnaround to tomorrow. I do have some troubleshooting to do with one of my cameras tonight. So we unfortunately will not be bringing you time trials, as you'll watch Noor Abdelal take it home 4:47 flat. Stevens goes a 4:48.54. Audrey Bonin moves up into third. Kraft in fourth. So nice job by Noor Abdelal. Going to 4:47 flat. She came in with a 4:52.30, so over 5 second time drop as we move into event 22. The boys 13-14 IM. The record was set for this one back in 2013 by Max Miranda of Bluefish, 3:57.87. There is no one with a seed time here even close to that record, so we'll see what happens. Keith Hartman from Gators is in lane 1. Evan Hong from Bluefish. Actually, you have Bluefish swimmers in lanes 2 through 6. Evan Hong in 2, Eric Nee in 3, Braden Ando in 4, Alex Parent in 5, Zach Parent in 6, Matthew Smith from Crimson in 7, Chris Zhang from Bluefish in lane 8, Gerhard Hoover from Commonwealth in 9, and George Groves from Gators in 10. It is Brandon Ando leading the way from Bluefish, followed by Alex and Zach Parent. So they're your top 3. Bluefish 1, 2, 3 right now. George Groves running 4th in lane 10 at the top of your screen. Zach Parent leading the way, followed by his brother Alex and Braden Ando. So it remains Bluefish 1, 2, and 3 into the backstroke. You see them in the middle of the pool, lanes 4, 5, and 6. Zeng was running 4th, Groves 5th. I think you're going to see the Parent brothers flip-flop a little bit here. It was Zach leading the way after the butterfly. It's now Alex who has moved into first. Zach second, Ando third. But it is your 3 Bluefish swimmers who have built up a pretty good lead on the field. You can see the strength of Alex Parent's backstroke as well, enabling him to gain some separation here as he'll make the transition from back to breast. You know what was surprising today? So we had some snow. We're in Worcester, Massachusetts, central New England, I guess you would call Worcester, the snow belt. Definitely not a place where snow is foreign. And we were looking at lunch places today, and I would say by storm standards, this wasn't like a blizzard. This wasn't a gigantic storm by any stretch. We got plowable snow, but, life goes on. We're in New England. Alex Parent continues to lead the way, followed by Zach and Braden Ando. And we start calling food places to see if they're open for lunch. And if we went alphabetically, we had to get to like the W's before we found a restaurant that was open. So very surprising that so many restaurants in a city like Worcester on a Friday, one of the biggest money-making, revenue-generating days for a restaurant, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're closed. So again, we ended up at Peppercorns, highly recommended. If you also want another food recommendation, we talked about this last night, the Flying Rhino on Shrewsbury Street, one of my favorites. They were closed today, very disappointing. So Alex Parent has this one in the bag, 50 to go for Parent. Once again, it will be the Parent twins leading the way 1 and 2, unless Braden Ando can close that gap between himself and Zach over the final 35 yards or so here. So Alex Parent will take it 4:09.96. It's a 2-second time drop. Zach goes a 4:14.36. Braden Ando goes a 4:15.77, so that's a 4-second time drop for him. So all Bluefish at the top in Heat 1 of the boys, 13-14, 400-yard IM. It was Groves taking 4th in lane 10 at the top, 4:22.47. We'll move into heat number 2. Nathan Manzione in lane 1, Ben Latourell in lane 2, Jack Chiapetta in lane 3, RB Hallige in 4, Arun Kang in lane 5, Jack Eady in lane 6, Ethan Halpern in lane 7, Cale Nelson in lane 8, Andre Sukhanov in lane 9, and Cale Copeland in lane 10. Shameless plug alert while you're on YouTube. If you want to give Gator Swim Club Seekonk a follow, that's the channel that we typically broadcast all of the Gator meets. We'll continue that into long course season. So once again, that's Gator Swim Club Seekonk. If you could do me a favor, navigate on over to that page, hit the red subscribe button, hit the little bell. You'll get notified when we go live. Let's face it, folks, a lot of your teams swim in meets with Gators all the time. So you'll be notified once we go live on those meets. I know that many teams, swimmers, coaches, parents go back and access these meets. So if you go to the Gator Swim Club Seekonk YouTube page, you can see all of the meets that we've streamed over the past 2 years. You will be able to access all of the sessions from here, WPI, on the WPI Athletics YouTube page after the fact as well. They'll stay on board. So if you or your swimmer or your coach wants to go back and take a look at those swims, they certainly can. Ben LaTorrelle leading the way, followed by Jack Chiappetta and Aubrey Hallage. So Bluefish at the top again, 1 and 2. This time it's lanes 2 and 3, so the bottom of your screen. So we'd certainly appreciate a follow from Gator Swim Club Seekonk on YouTube. We're constantly looking at ways to enhance the broadcast, and if you see, you can go back 2 years ago and see where we started. When I first started broadcasting the meets, you know, we had one camera. We were just panning from left to right. We had bad audio. And we've slowly evolved into, you know, what I'd like to call a college-level broadcast. Maybe even an NBC-level broadcast. I don't want to go that far, obviously. But, you know, these graphics package that we are using is what the networks use. I talked about this a little bit earlier. Both the ACC, the SEC, the Mountain West Conference all used this same graphics package for their conference championships last week that were broadcast on ESPN+. It will be used in the NCAA tournament coming up, I believe, in March. So a shout out to Dr. Dave Lacey over in Des Moines, Iowa. Always enhancing the broadcast. The next enhancement is going to be when the swimmer touches the wall at the end. If they make a cut time, whether it's an age group cut, a silvers cut, whatever, that will be denoted on the screen. So that's a coming enhancement. Ben LaTorrelle continues to lead the way, followed by Jack Chiappetta. Andre Sukhanov has moved into third. Ethan Halpern running in fourth. So a lot of big plans for the broadcast, for things that we can do to enhance the viewing experience. I think it's safe to say that live streaming of events like swimming is not going anywhere. There's always going to be an audience of people who want to come back to the pool for those 4 to 5 hour marathon sessions, but there'll probably be people who want to do a split, watch maybe half the meet in person, half the meet doing something else. It's definitely a way to keep friends, distant relatives in the mix as you watch Ben LaTorrelle finish up a very impressive 4IM, 4:27.77. It's a 12-second time drop. Jack Chiappetta takes second, 4:29. It was Cale Copeland in lane 10 at the top of your screen taking third. We'll move into heat number 3. Brady Cam from Crimson in lane 1, Ethan Liu from Bluefish in 2, Aiden St. Hilaire from the Tritons in 3, George Lamb from Crimson in 4, Devin Bird from Kingfish in 5, Keenan Hill from Seacoast in lane 6, Hugh Hawkins from UVAC in lane 7, Wesley Ross from YNS in lane 8, Will Athanas also from YNS in 9, and rounding out the field in lane 10 from the North Shore Swim Club, Owen Rosenthal, yet another enhancement that they'll bring forward. So if you've ever watched swimming at the Olympics, which I'm sure almost everyone on this broadcast has, you see that little like imaginary yellow line that indicates the Olympic record or world record time that kind of moves along in the pool virtually. That's another enhancement that we're going to be bringing to the production. So, maybe it's an age group cut time. Maybe it's an NCSA cut time, whatever it may be. But we're going to be bringing that into the broadcast as well. So constantly improving the broadcast. As I mentioned, tomorrow night we'll have Reed Jeffrey, the owner of Atlantis Aquatics and a gold medal winner from the U.S. 4x2 relay in the 2004 Olympics. Sunday I'll be joined by my daughter, not an Olympian, but a swimmer nonetheless. She'll be joining me Sunday night. And then she'll be competing here next weekend in the 15 to 18 age groups. And I think she's listening tonight. I wish her luck. She will be competing tomorrow in the MIAA Division II State Championships up at Boston University, swimming the 2 IM and the 1 back. So best of luck to my lovely daughter, Addison, and my lovely daughter, Avery, who is no doubt listening, and she'll be with me tomorrow night as well, helping out. So Aiden St. Hilaire continues to lead the way, followed by George Lamb. It's Hugh Hawkins from UVAC running in third as they move into breaststroke. So, folks, again, I see some good comments in the live stream. If you are one of those families who do like the live stream, right, and never want this type of thing to go away, you got to make your voice be heard. So reach out to your club team owner. Reach out to New England Swimming. Get on that email. Get to anyswim.com. Let them know. In my opinion, live streaming is going to be a gigantic part of the future. I have interviewed swimmers on here before. I love interviewing swimmers, getting their perspective. Through COVID, it's been a little difficult. I think as restrictions start to lighten up, it'll be a little easier. I would love to have someone on my team down on the deck that actually does the interviewing of a swimmer after a race. So we're going to be adding things to the broadcast as we continue to make this thing as great as it can be. George Lamb leading the way, followed by Aiden St. Hilaire and Wesley Ross. Lamb's lead over St. Hilaire, about a second and a half. Ross running in third right now. And take a look at these guys. They're stroke for stroke, middle of the pool. It looks like it's St. Hilaire who is now pulled away. 50 to go. I will admit, folks, I did think that was the end, and I did scare the crap out of my partner, Tracy, because she was actually on board. What threw me off is the timer in lane 4 jumped up like she was going to be late. And I'm like, oh, wow, I thought they had 50 to go, but I guess not. So let's start that over. It will be Aiden St. Hilaire. He will take it in lane 3, 4:34 flat. Ross moves up into second. Lamb takes third. So the 4:34 for St. Hilaire represents an over 9-second time drop. So nice job by Aiden from the Tritons. We'll move into event 23. This is the girls 11 to 12 400-yard IM. Again, folks, if you have ideas for the broadcast, send them into the live chat. I'd love to hear what else you think we could do to enhance the broadcast. And let's be realistic, okay? We're not getting underwater cameras, which is something I actually hear all the time. Julia Lembo in lane 1, McKenna Lawson in 2 from the Rays, Ali DeGray from the Bluefins in 3, Leah Walden, Margot Levesque, Ailette Nishikawa Gaitham, lanes 4, 5, and 6, all from Bluefish, Sarah Zhang from Gators in 7, Alex Noble from SSYS in lane 8, Sadie Gagnon from the Gators in lane 9, and Eliana Lamb from Crimson in lane 10. So again, if you have some ideas on ways that we can enhance the broadcast, I'd love to hear from you. Drop them into the live chat. If you see me bopping around at the Courtyard by Marriott this weekend, let me know. I'd love to meet parents, and I actually meet parents all the time. And it's funny, a lot of times people will just overhear me talking and say, "I know your voice. Are you the guy?" And yes, I say yes, it's me. I let Nishikawa Gaitham leading the way, followed by Zhang from Gators and Margot Levake. It's been a good night of swimming. Tomorrow is really going to get exciting, folks, with a full morning of prelims and then rolling into finals at night. Robin Gagnon chiming in. Tracy Gagnon would love to interview. She loves to talk. That's a negative. We've established that early on. Most of my helpers that do the video, they're perfectly fine with not saying anything on the air. I welcome them to if they want to. They have a microphone. I have them muted. All they need to do is tell me, "Hey, I got something to say." But my voice will get a little break tomorrow night, having a color commentator with me, as well as Sunday. Nishikawa Gaitham is moved from back into breast. She's followed by her Bluefish teammate, Margot Levake. Sarah Zhang running third from Gators right now. So look at the changing of the guard here, as it's Margot Levake on the heels of a very strong breaststroke. She's passed her teammate, Ailet Nishikawa Gaitham. Sarah Zhang remains in third, but that's the big news right now in lanes 5 and 6. Margot Levake has moved into first, a position that her teammate, Ailet Nishikawa Gaitham, has held. Starting to extend that lead as well. A lot of Tracy Gagnon talk in the live chat. Mom chiming in as well. Love it. So Margot Levake in lane 5, looking exceptionally strong. Their opening 25 freestyle. Let's see if Nishikawa Gaitham can catch her. She's got a little bit more than a body length lead right now with 50 to go. In time, that's just under 2 seconds. There's the wide shot to see some perspective on where everyone is in the pool. Levake makes her turn for her final 25. And Margot Levake takes it 4:33.86. Ailet Nishikawa Gaitham will take second, 4:36.69. Third place will go to the Gators, Sarah Zhang, 4:43.95. We'll move into heat 2 of 2. We're speeding toward the finish line, folks. Appreciate everyone who took the time to join us today. Let's crack that 350 viewer mark tomorrow. Get that. If each of you gets that link out to one extra person, we'll absolutely shatter what we had here tonight. We got swimmers in Heat 2 lanes 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Evelyn Welk-Rice from Bluefish in lane 3. Andrea Quee from Maze Typhoon in lane 4. Grace Lunardelli from Gators in 5. Erin Kelly from Bluefish in 6. And Genesis Nunez from Phoenix in lane 7. Lanes 1, 2, 8, 9, and 10 are open. That's Genesis Nunez out to the early lead with the butterfly in lane 7. She's out in a 30.08. Nunez came in with a 5:13.57. I talked about my daughter Addison, who will join us Sunday, and how she's swimming tomorrow. I feel a little bad. I am not giving my youngest her due. My youngest 10-year-old Avery swam at the 10 and under championships last week, came home with a stack of hardware, so a great showing for Avery as well. Nice pull there down at URI. In all of the years that my kids have been swimming, it was the first time I've ever been in URI. We've never swam a meet there, our Gators team, and prior to that we were affiliated with Seacoast. Nunez remains in first. Here comes Erin Kelly, though, from Bluefish in lane 6. Grace Lunardelli not too far off the pace as well, running third out of lane 5. Looks like Kelly is going to pass Nunez here. So this 400 IM, very interesting event where you see the strengths of certain swimmers come to the top. We watched Zach Parent lead the way early on the boys' side, and then Alex took over. Right here we saw Genesis Nunez out to the early start, and now it is Erin Kelly who has taken over first by 0.8. Grace Lunardelli still holding on to third. Nunez not going anywhere, though. She's right in the hip pocket of Erin Kelly, so Kelly still leads. Nunez in second. Another 50 of breaststroke to go. There's the wide shot, just to give you some perspective on the field. Kelly starting to pull away a little more now with a very strong breaststroke. She'll hit the wall and turn to freestyle, building up a 5-second lead on Nunez. 10 seconds on Lunardelli, who is running third. Kelly continuing to build that lead in lane 6. And it will be Erin Kelly, your Heat 2 winner. Girls 11-12, 400 IM. Kelly came in with a 5:12.68. She will shatter that. 4:58.37. Great job by Kelly from Bluefish. Genesis Nunez will take second. Grace Lunar-Deli will take third. So outstanding race by Erin Kelly. She is your Heat 2 winner. And we'll move into our final event of the evening, folks. It's event 24, the boys 11-12, 400-yard IM. There will be 3 heats on the boys' side. This was scheduled to start at 7:52. It's 8:04, so we're still about 12 minutes behind. So I would say right now this will be done around 8:20, 8:25-ish. Carter Sittig in lane 1, Eric Henderson in 2, Joey Edie in 3, Leo Tran in 4, Kian Grabar in lane 5, Brian Zhang in lane 6, Eric Chang in 7, Derek Liu in 8, Abby Bangari in lane 9, and rounding out the field in lane number 10, it's Charlie Doobie from Greenwood. It's Kian Grabar leading the way early on from Crimson. Grabar comes in with the top time of 4:38.75. So 335 people was our high water mark for tonight's session. Absolutely fantastic. 250 was the most that we had previous to this. I think 258. Grabar continues to lead the way, followed by Brian Zhang and Derek Liu. But as you can see, Kian Grabar from Crimson has opened up a pretty sizable lead early on in the backstroke. Again, a big thank you to everyone at WPI, the gracious host of this 11-14 championship meet. This will be the site of the 15 to 18-year-old age groups next weekend here at WPI. A thank you to all of the parent volunteers for this weekend and officials. It takes a whole army of people to make a swim meet run successfully, and not only a swim meet, but a championship meet like this one. Certainly appreciate everybody's assistance. Shout out to the parents watching from the live stream as well, right? I know it's been a difficult 2 years. Certainly nice to hear of potentially more restrictions getting lifted. Believe I saw something like that in the news today around masking, as Kian Grabar at the 250-yard mark has a comfortable almost 6-second lead on Brian Zhang from Metro West YMCA, with Leo Tran from Anglerfish running in third right now. Again, we'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll be on the air at 8:40 for prelims, as we'll transition into your more typical trials final setting, with prelims in the morning, finals in the evening. Kian Grabar, once again, the leader. He came in with a 4:38.75. Grabar, the 12-year-old, has had a fantastic weekend so far, and we're really only in day 2. Seven-and-a-half-second lead on Brian Zhang from Metro West. Leo Tran continues to run in third from Anglerfish. And it will be Grabar who takes it. 4:35.23. Came in with a 4:38.75, so that's a 3-second drop. Brian Zhang takes second. Leo Tran takes third. We'll move into our second to last race of the evening here at WPI. Again, a very big thank you to one of our sponsors for this weekend, A3 Performance. Visit a3performance.com to check out the Vici and Nova, their elite and entry-level technical racing suits. Emerging as the leader in training and racing technology, A3 Performance, lead, innovate, inspire. This is heat number 2 of the men's 11 and 12 400-yard IM. Jonathan Lee from Crimson in lane 1, James Dupre from GMA in 2, Luca Guerra from Bluefish in 3, Jacob Schneider from Phoenix in lane 4, Alex Barone from the Bluefins in 5, Logan Krolnick from Charles River in lane 6, Malcolm Kelton from the Bluefins in 7, Jacob Blondie from Executive in lane 8, Moises Roman from Anglerfish in lane 8, and there's that favorite logo, Camden Palmer from the Edge in lane 10. It's James Dupre out to the early lead, followed by Barone and Guerra. I solicited some feedback on what we can do to improve the broadcast. It's actually funny. The biggest thing that people will say to me is, when are you getting underwater cameras? And like, they're not kidding. So I would love to get underwater cameras, folks, but when you think about what is involved with that, those cameras that are underwater typically are installed when the pool is built or retrofitted at a mid 5-figure or higher cost. So I was also told by a few parents, oh, you should just drop a GoPro in the bottom of the pool. So we will not be having underwater cameras, but like we talked about earlier, a lot of enhancements coming. Would love to have a on-deck reporter talking to swimmers as they finish their races, doing live interviews. That's something we're going to get to. Not quite there yet. Alex Barone has moved into the lead, followed by Dupre and Guerra. Camera 2 holding up pretty good for us right now. No overheating issues on the second half of the night tonight, which is good. Wide shot gives you some perspective on where everyone stands in the pool. It's Barone, Schneider, and Dupre. Your top 3 still fairly close. Dupre just under 4 seconds off the pace that's been set by the Bluefins Alex Barone. Barone, Schneider, and Dupre. So the lead shrinking a little bit for Barone. Schneider making a push here, just under 3 seconds. So it will be Alex Barone who takes it, 4:55.99. Nice swim by Barone from the Bluefins. That is a gigantic time drop. He came in with a 5:17.41, so great job by Barone. Schneider takes second, Dupre third. Dupre from Green Mountain Aquatics. And folks, we have made it to our final heat of the evening here at WPI. David Hunt is on board with the on-deck reporter. The challenging thing is I'd love to have a swimmer do it, right? But I don't want to take distractions for a swimmer that's swimming in the meet. So, it would be an ideal thing for maybe a swimmer who's swimming in, the upcoming session or just finished their session. Someone who's interested in, potentially TV production, broadcasting. We're going to make this happen. It's just a matter of time. Porter Mulgrew in lane 2 from YNS. Brendan Tightly in lane 3. Chris Kotnes in lane 4. Caden Chang in 5. Max Sturman in lane 6, Derek Feng in 7, Felix Kui in lane 8, and in lane 9, it's Tyler Hong. From the Tritons, Chang, Tightly, and Mulgrew leading the way. Shout out to Teddy Sun from the Titans. Teddy's a friend of the program. We did interview Teddy at the Senior Championships at Brown University back in December, along with his friend and bluefish swimmer Jordan Moad. Although I don't think Jordan was a little shy. Jordan didn't want to get on camera or on audio, but Teddy had no problem, represented himself very well. Yes, David, you're right. It could be an ex-swimmer, right? So it could be someone who did swim before, someone who just knows the right questions to ask. For sure. Doesn't have to be a current swimmer. Not at all. Caden Chan from Executive leads the way, or did lead the way. Tightly has moved into first. Chang is in second. Mulgrew occupying third right now. I'm also just noticing the WPI watermark on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, so I took away the New England Swimming logo because I did not know that came through automatically on a WPI broadcast. And it's a little overlapping on our scoreboard here. That's all right. We'll let it slide. WPI is a great host for us. Tightly leading the way. Mulgrew has moved up into second. Chang drops down to third. So just some final housekeeping for tonight, folks. Again, we will move back into our prelims finals format tomorrow. We'll be on the air at 8:40 a.m. We'll try and recap a little bit of tonight, preview the sessions ahead, and then bring you that live action. I believe the session starts around 9 o'clock. It might be 8:50, 8:55, somewhere along those lines. We'll have Reed Jeffrey with us from Atlantis Aquatics. Tightly remains in first. Mulgrew second. Caden Chang in third. Again, if we can get that link for the live streams tomorrow and Sunday out to more people, I'd love to see us crack that 400 or even 500 viewer barrier. I think we can easily get to 400. If everybody that's still left on this broadcast, which is 126 of you, if every one of you can recruit one more person, just one, to get on the broadcast, we will easily eclipse 400 tomorrow. So get that link out to your friends, neighbors, family, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, teachers, former coaches, you name it. Co-workers, right? That's a big demo. Co-workers. Tightly leading the way, followed by Porter Mulgrew. Sturman has moved into third place from Crimson. Chang down to fourth. So we go into our final 50 of the evening, folks. It's been a blast. We've had a good time. We hope you have had a good time watching the broadcast. Big thank you to Tracy Gagnon, my wing woman here with the video and all of the producing that she has been doing tonight. Tightly took it in a 4:57.79. Mulgrew second, 5:00.88 in maxed. Sturman from Crimson took third, 5:08.21. So, folks, it was our pleasure to bring you all this action tonight. On behalf of Tracy Gagnon, I am Jeremy Abreu. Once again, we'll be back tomorrow morning approximately 8:40 for prelims. Hope you have a great evening, and I'm dying to hear what you all have for dinner tonight, so we'll talk a little food tomorrow as well. Have a great night, folks.